The shortest night of the year has slipped past, and now the sun is in Cancer, that ancient water sign that knows how to hold memory in its tides. And what better night to speak of memory than this one, with the waxing crescent moon hanging like a silver sickle above the fields, and Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, swimming in Cancer's tides. For these are the nights that belong to the grandmothers, the ones who taught us how to gather herbs by moonlight. There was a time not long ago when every village had a woman who knew the secrets of the plants. She was the one you went to when your stomach ached or your heart was sore. She knew how to coax a fever to break with elderflower and how to soothe a fussy baby with chamomile. She knew, too, about the special herbs, the ones who gathered under a waxing moon with a silent prayer on your lips. Herbs like lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, the bee herb, the sweet-smelling leaf that gladdens the heart. The old herbals are full of praise for lemon balm. Paracelsus called it the elixir of fire. Avencia wrote that causeth the mind and heart to become merry. In the language of the doctrine of signatures, that ancient belief that plants reveal their purpose through their appearance, its heart-shaped leaves were thought to be a sign that it was meant to lift the spirits and ease the pains of love. But lemon balm was more than a remedy for sadness. It was a woman's herb, a moon herb. The 16th century herbalist John Gerard wrote that it was used to comfort the heart and expel melancholy and sadness. And in the villages of medieval Europe, it was often planted beside the doorway of the home, so the woman of the house could brush her skirts against it as she moved through her day, breathing its sweet, calming scent. For lemon balm belongs to the feminine lineage of herbs. The herbs passed down from mother to daughter, from wise woman to apprentice. These were the herbs that soothed childbirth pains, eased the passage through menopause, calmed troubled minds, and brought sweet dreams, and they were gathered by moonlight in the quiet hours when the world was asleep. There's a magic to gathering herbs under the moon. A whisper of old ways, it's said that lunar light imbues the leaves with a special potency, a subtle electric charge, that harvesting by moonlight is silence and reverence, fills the herbs with the essence of the feminine. Imagine it, a garden bathed in silver, the air fragrant with night-blooming jasmine and moonflowers. A woman with a basket over her arm, her hair loose down her back, moving among the plants with quiet certainty, choosing each leaf with intention. Her hands gentle on the moonlit earth. She might be gathering lemon balm for a tea to soothe her daughter's wedding night nerves, or fill a sleep pillow for a restless grandchild. She might be brewing a sweet golden infusion to chase away winter blues, or steeping a strong tea for a difficult labor. The scent reminding someone to breathe through the pain. Or perhaps she gathers it simply for the joy of it, for the pleasure of running her fingers through the soft leaves and breathing in that bright, lemony scent. For the quiet satisfaction of filling a basket with moonlit treasure to be dried, stored, and savored through the colder months. This is the lineage of the grandmothers, the ones who knew the secrets of the plants. The ones who gathered herbs by moonlight and brewed them into teas and tinctures, poultices, and salves. The ones who passed down wisdom in whispers. In the quiet spaces between spinning and weaving, between birthing and dying. And though the old ways may seem lost to us now, buried beneath concrete and forgetting, the plants remember. Lemon balm still grows through cracks in city sidewalks, in untended corners of suburban yards. It still lifts its leaves to the moon, still releases its sweetness when brushed against. And if we listen closely, if we attune ourselves to the whisper of the leaves, we may still hear the voices of the grandmothers, murmuring their ancient wisdom, reminding us to slow down, to breathe deeply, to let moonlight soak into our bones. For the old ways are not lost, not truly. They live in the plants, in the turning of the seasons, in the silver sway of the moon, and they live in us too. In the sway of our hips, the song of our blood, the quiet knowing in our bones. So tonight, under the waxing crescent moon, why not gather some lemon balm? Breathe in its sweetness. Feel the softness of the leaves against your skin. Brew a cup of moonlit tea, and let it soothe your frayed edges. Let it remind you of the grandmothers, the ones who knew how to find magic in moonlight. And as you sip, remember this: you are part of this lineage too. The wisdom of the plants lives in your bones and in your blood. You carry the secrets of the moon in the marrow of who you are. For this is the magic of Cancer season, the reminder that we all are children of the moon, all descendants of the wise women who came before us. We are all cups waiting to be filled with moon water, all gardens waiting to bloom beneath the silver light. So may you gather herbs by moonlight. May you brew your teas with intention. May you remember the wisdom of your grandmothers and pass it gently to those who come after you. For the old ways are not lost. They are simply waiting for us to remember, waiting for us to breathe deeply, to sing to the moon, and to let the magic back in. Blessed be and bright Cancer moon.